In this video, I'm going to show you what events and event tracks are in the Subsplash Church Management Platform, and how you can use them best for your church's needs. First, we're going to start by creating a single event. You'll select the Events dropdown and then select All Events. When this page loads, you should see an option that says Create a New Event, which you can either select here or select the blue New Event button in the top right corner. So we're going to select New Event, and you'll see two options, either Basic Event and Service. And these are the two built-in options by default, but you can also create your own custom ones if you'd like. So Basic Event is often used for just general one-off events, and services are generally used for things like Sunday morning services, Wednesday nights, or other services that you'd have throughout the week. But I will show you now how we can actually create a custom one if you'd like to. You'll select the Events option here, and then choose Define a New Type of Event. And then we're just going to title this. So I'm going to title this Small Group Meeting. And then it automatically creates the plural option. And then you can also add a description if you'd like. And then we're going to save that. Now, whenever you select New Event, you should have the option of your new custom one that you've just created. But now that we have our options selected here and created how we'd like, we're going to go ahead and choose the service option for this example. And I'm just going to make an example Sunday morning service. And we're going to set the start time for Sunday the 1st. And we're going to go 10:30 a.m. And let's just say we'll go until about noon. Set the time, and then I'll leave the time zone blank. That way it defaults to my actual account's time zone. You have some other options if you want to fill in descriptions or add promotional images. Let's say you have a sermon graphic, you can add that here. You can also set locations, add more social media and other media items here. You can also use the guest list for what groups and teams that you should expect to be at your services. So if you have small group teams or roster teams for like your worship teams, or people that are actually serving in roles at your services during the mornings or in the middle of the week services, you can add those here. Then you can also adjust when your check-in stations will be available to open, which defaults to 90 minutes, but you can adjust that to your church's needs. And then we'll just save that. Once this is saved and it's done being created, you should see this available in your Events tab. So that is the easiest way to go ahead and create one single event. But let's say you wanted to auto-create multiple events for you. That way you don't have to manually create your services every week. And that's where event tracks come into play. Event tracks are available also on this left-hand events section. If you select an event track here, it's pretty similar to creating an event. Just has a few extra options. That way you can create a recurring event. So I'm going to do this for Wednesday nights, just so we don't get it confused with the other one. Let's just do a Wednesday night service. So you can add your title, change things like the start time again. So since we're doing an evening service, we'll just do 6 p.m. And you can also change the duration of how long the event runs. Add things like plans if you have a service run sheet. And then also the same thing once again for your groups and teams, or maybe a registration form. And then the biggest difference between the single event and the event track is this option here called Auto Create. Whenever you select Auto Create, it is default to off. So what you'll want to do is select this and switch it to on. And you'll see that it comes stock with 5 future events, but you can change this to however many events you want it to auto create for you in advance. And if you want it to stop auto creating on a certain date, you can just select your date here. And then also this definition field is where you can choose some of those custom definitions if you created, or if you just want it to be a regular service or basic event here. So I'm going to select a service, and then we want it to create one every week on Sundays, or if in this case, if it's a Wednesday, we'll do Wednesdays. And then we'll also need this to begin on a Wednesday. And then we'll just save this. Once it's saved, we'll go back to all events, and you should see 5 events created on Wednesdays. And so essentially the way this works is every time one event passes, it will automatically create another one. That way you always have 5, or whatever number that you select in your event track. Thanks for watching the tutorial on how to set up events in the Subsplash Church Management platform.